What's up, guys? Dante back here giving you yet another Dramascripted Saturday. And how we start off on every Dramascripted Saturday, we are going to start off with the ratings. And Raw with 1.69.1 million, AEW with 775,000, and NXT with 698,000. So those are the ratings for this week. And as you know, I have to, well, you guys don't know, but this week I had to pre-record this week's Dramascripted Saturday. So I'm actually, as of now, on Friday, Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. So that's why I do not have the SmackDown ratings, but we're going to go on into some of the notable things that happened on this past week in wrestling. And something that stood out to me on Raw was the Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss's Playground segment. So as you guys know, USA wants WWE to be more edgier and extreme, hence why the company is gone back to setting people on fire, apparently, with the Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton Inferno match. With, as we found out on Monday, Randy Orton technically won, but if the point of the match was to set your opponent on fire, didn't he win the match within the first 10 minutes? Because he set Bray, or the Fiend, he set the Fiend on fire twice. So I don't know, but then, you know, at the end he burnt him alive. Alexa Bliss was good in this segment, a lot of burn and barbecue puns, and they also kind of hinted a redesign of the Fiend. She says like she's here like underneath the playground, but when he decides to come back, it would be like nothing we've ever seen before, which kind of hints a redesign in some way, shape, or form. And like no sign of, you know, Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt either, which is weird, because the last time the Fiend got quote unquote killed off, we at least saw, you know, Bray Wyatt, because, you know, they're, how they do it is like they're two separate people, but they share one soul. But I guess when you burn someone alive on national television, you kill the soul. So I don't know how they're doing this. Maybe I'm looking too much far into it. Maybe I'm enjoying it too mumuch, but yeah, that's just me. But it's interesting to see how long they're going to go with this. Obviously, do not expect, there we go. Do not expect the Fiend or Bray Wyatt to be on TV for some amount of time, at least until, you know, the Royal Rumble. And, you know, since ratings have been absolutely dog shit for Raw, they do the typical thing. They bring back all the old people. So there's going to be a Legends edition of Raw, and I'll leave the list of all of the legends that are going to be in this episode of Raw. I think that's scheduled for the 4th. Yeah, Monday the 4th. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be in 2 weeks. Carlito's on the list, and I guess since they're going back to being edgy, they're going to have the scene where Carlito spits in someone's face with an apple, since that's, you know, PG-13. That's not PG. So that's going to be interesting to see how good it would help. And actually, that would be the first Raw of the year. So I'm hopefully they're aiming for like a 1.8. Hopefully they're going to get a 1.8. I'm assuming that's what they're going to try to aim for with all these old people coming back. So, and, you know, Raw is 3 hours as a stable, so now they have something to put in the extra hour. They get to put all the legends. Moving on to the Impact and AEW thing, these Tony Khan ads and the start of Impact are just great. He mentioned, he brought up the Hard Impact pay-per-view, that the main event is Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, which is basically just, you know, Bullet Club 2015 versus Rich Swann, the Impact champion, versus Witch Ron with Motor City Machine Guns. So it's gonna be a good match, and it's like how Tony Khan was like, obviously he wants his champion to win, but it's also kind of backwards that Don wants the AEW champion to win as well. He doesn't want his champion to win, which is like backwards in my opinion. But you gotta tend to ignore the small things within the world of wrestling. So that's going to be good. And in this segment, Khan hinting how much money he has, and then he also invited, and it was more of an invite to the Impact tag teams to come to Dynamite, which was interesting. So who knows, within the next week or so, we may get some Impact stars to show up on Dynamite. They could maybe they'll attack Top Alliance and Hybrid or the Bucks, because it was mostly seemed like he directed that call out to the tag teams in Impact Wrestling, not to just solo superstars. So, and in other notable things that happened on AEW, because AEW was kind of mediocre this week, I'm not gonna lie. Abandon bit the holy crap out of Sheeta, like on some Walking Dead Walker type zombie bite, bit the holy crap out of her neck. It was like how Blazer bit Becky Lynch on the back of the neck roughly like a year ago. Yeah, it happened around the Royal Rumble. Yeah, so roughly like around a year ago. It was that bad. It was that there was blood everywhere. The match had to stop, and now Abandon gets a title shot at the AEW Women's title against Sheeta. So that was interesting, and basically I want to say like one of the key highlights of the night. And then there was another key highlight, had Sting and Darby Allin. Looks like they're going to team up or go against Team Taz, and then had MJF planting seeds with Sir Santana, because it was found out that Santana was dealing with the death of a family member. That's why he wasn't on AEW Dynamite the past couple of weeks, and it's like he's planting seeds to have Loud and Proud turn on Jericho, and then seeds already being planted for MJF to basically take over the Inner Circle. So, and in some undramascripted news, before I go over the Slammies, because I have all of the notable awards, I have the Slammies. I'm going to read that off. Trent from Best Friends has a partially torn pec muscle, and he's going to be out for several months. So I wish Trent a speedy recovery, and I hope he gets well soon. And hopefully Best Friends will be right back on top of the tag team division. So moving on to the Slammies, which was live on their Twitch channel this Wednesday. Match of the year went to AJ Styles and Undertaker for the Boneyard match of WrestleMania 36. Male Superstar of the Year went to Drew McIntyre. Return of the Year went to Edge when he came back at the Royal Rumble. Rivalry of the Year surprisingly was Edge and Orton. I feel that it should have been Bayley and Sasha, because the build with Bayley and Sasha was just longer. The Edge and Orton thing was only like 4 to 5 months, where Bayley and Sasha was basically the whole year up until Sasha beat Bayley for the belt. So I felt that Bayley and Sasha should have won that. Female of the Year, Sasha Banks. Breakout of the Year, Breakout Superstar of the Year, the Street Profits. Should have been Otis. In the past year since the last Slammies, Otis got Mandy Rose. No, but even before that, Otis got himself over, got Mandy Rose, won Money in the Bank, and had good feuds with Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, but only to lose Money in the Bank for some odd reason, and to have that be a waste because The Miz didn't even win with his cash-in. So Breakout of the Year should have been Otis. I don't know why it's the Street Profits. And he can't even say it was to give him the Slammy, because the next thing after that, Tag Team of the Year, was the Street Profits. So I don't know why they put Breakout of the Year, Street Profits. It definitely should have been Otis. I feel Otis got robbed. And superstar of the year is Drew McIntyre, which is understandable because Drew has been here the whole year. Roman Reigns has just been back for 4 months. So that I can understand why it wasn't Roman and it was Drew McIntyre. And Drew won the title 2 times within 8 months. And Roman just came back and won the title back in 4 months. So I could see why they put it on Drew McIntyre. But that's going to wrap this up for this week's Dramascripted Saturday. If you like what you have witnessed, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And look out for next Saturday for another Dramascripted Saturday. For my New Japan Wrestling Kingdom 15 predictions video. Because it's that time. It's for the best wrestling show in the world. Wrestling Kingdom. It's coming. It's 2 weeks. January 4th and January 5th. Tokyo Thunderdome. It's going down. And with that said, I'm Dante. I'm out of here. Be safe, everyone. Later, and peace.